Rachel Reeves, now the Chancellor of the Exchequer, has made a spectacle of her frugality that borders on absurdity. The image of her meticulously packing Tupperware lunches speaks volumes about her approach to governance, a constant need to project a relatable persona while managing a significant economy. This is not just a matter of personal choice, it's a calculated strategy to resonate with a public that values austerity over abundance. It's a dangerous game that treads the line between authenticity and performative humility. Let's be honest, in a country grappling with economic challenges, do we really need our chancellor to publicize her lunch habits? It's almost comical that someone in her position feels the need to share such mundane details. We should be focusing on the pressing issues at hand, not whether Rachel is freezing her leftovers. The world's sixth largest economy demands a leader who is not bogged down by trivialities, yet here we are, discussing her home-cooked meals as if they are a matter of national importance. This obsession with relatability is deeply ingrained in British political culture. The notion that politicians must suffer alongside the electorate has reached ludicrous heights. While it's admirable for leaders to be in touch with the public, there comes a point when the performance becomes counterproductive. A chancellor should be making strategic decisions that impact the economy, not pondering what's for lunch. The obsession with austerity, particularly in the political realm, breeds a culture where even the most mundane choices are scrutinized for signs of excess. Rachel Reeves may be doing this in the name of showing fiscal responsibility, but the optics are questionable. If she is so concerned about the cost of her meals, why not utilize the taxpayer-subsidized canteen in Parliament? Is it really necessary to make a point about cutting costs when her salary is well above the average? In that light, her actions seem less like a commitment to frugality and more like a performance designed to placate a public hungry for signs of sacrifice. It's baffling that in a time of economic instability, we are fixating on the size of her lunchbox rather than the size of the deficit. Britain is facing genuine challenges that require innovative solutions and bold leadership. Instead, we have a chancellor who seems bogged down by the minutiae of her daily life, tweeting about Tupperware instead of tackling the pressing issues affecting millions. This kind of performative austerity is more about optics than actual policy, and it's a dangerous precedent. Moreover, the underlying belief that suffering equates to virtue is a relic that needs to be dismantled. The notion that leaders must endure hardships to gain public favor is absurd. They are elected to lead, not to live out some misguided version of puritanical humility. Society does not benefit when politicians feel compelled to flaunt their self-imposed limitations as badges of honor. If anything, it diminishes their capacity to govern effectively. The reality is that Rachel Reeves could be making better use of her time and resources. Instead of fussing over lunch, she should be focused on the broader economic landscape, implementing policies that would benefit the public rather than indulging in a charade of austerity. The absurdity of her situation is amplified by the fact that she's operating under the delusion that her sacrifices somehow translate to genuine fiscal responsibility. It's time for a shift in perspective. We should demand more from our leaders than a show of humility that ultimately serves no purpose. The public deserves politicians who are not only relatable but also effective in their roles. The focus should be on innovative solutions to pressing issues, not on whether the chancellor is saving a few quid by packing her own lunch. It's tiresome and unproductive. So, let's stop glorifying the mundane. Rachel Reeves should not have to worry about what to bring for lunch. Instead, she should be dedicating her time to addressing the economic challenges facing the nation. The public deserves a leader who prioritizes the economy, not one who feels the need to prove her fiscal responsibility through her meal choices. If she wishes to make a genuine impact, she must focus on the bigger picture instead of indulging in this absurdity. The country demands more, and it's high time our leaders step up to the plate.